Behold, the best-selling vehicle in the U.S. since Cheers, Knight Rider, and Family Ties were popular on television. Remember television? The Ford F-150 is the company's juggernaut because Americans like to tow their toys and do this kind of stuff. I'm freshening up the kitchen with my neighbor Kevin, who, truth be told, is doing most of the work. I'm good at holding stuff and running to the lumber store.
Pickup owners are famously brand loyal, but there is so much fresh product in this segment, it pays to shop around these days. Fairly recently, Nissan Titan, all new. Dodge Ram, definitely all new. In the fall of 2018, Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra, all new. So much all new these days.
The 13th generation 2015 F-150 got a radical redo with an aluminum alloy body that reduced weight by some 700 pounds. It's been freshened for 2018 with new grills, bumpers, lighting, tailgate, and interior trim. Underneath, there are stronger axles. The high-strength steel frame is fully boxed. There's also an all-new 3.3-liter V6, a second-generation 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6, an updated V8, and this, the 3-liter V6 Power Stroke, the first diesel offered on the F-150. It pumps out 250 horsepower and a significant 440 pound-feet of torque. Hear the British accent? This diesel is built in England. Emissions are kept in check with AdBlue fluid, which is easy to fill and available at auto parts stores. Ram is the only other full-sized pickup to offer a diesel. Word is the 2019 GM pickups are getting one too.
The transmission has two handfuls of gears. It's a 10-speed, developed jointly by General Motors and Ford.
FYI, a 6-speed is still used in some F-150s. Pay attention when buying. Manual shifting is done on the selector. All total, there are 6 engines available.
So if you can't find a power plant that works for you in an F-150, I'm guessing you're simply not a Ford person.
This truck has 4-wheel drive with an automatic mode. There are the usual adjustable trailer brakes and Ford's trailer backup system. Just by using the knob and watching the screen, it makes chores like this much easier. I will admit I suck at backing trailers up, haven't had much practice.
Now, from the outside, you can definitely tell this is a diesel. On the inside, not so much. It's pretty quiet in here. You don't really hear the telltale grumble that diesels usually make.
Peak torque arrives at a low 1,750 RPM, and the power is soul-satisfying. Having the F-150 for a week was an opportunity to pick up a lot of supplies for the kitchen. There was plywood to haul. I picked up a new range hood, got tacos at a food truck, and enjoyed the view while sitting on the tailgate. Kind of a pickup thing to do. Picked up a sink, too. Plus, I can't count the number of trips to the transfer station, which is what the dump is called in Seattle.
And I'll be honest with you, I was so distracted by the remodel, I didn't realize that Ford had dropped off a diesel, and it was about 10 miles before I realized that's what I was driving. That's how quiet and refined this engine is.
Using military-grade aluminum alloy body panels takes weight off the top part of the truck, effectively lowering the center of gravity. That gives the F-150 a planted feel while cornering.
Like all modern pickups, the F-150 is very comfortable and easy to drive. Not sure that it beats the new Ram 1500 in that department, though.
It's worth checking out if that's your priority in a pickup truck.
Like a lot of vehicles these days, this truck is outfitted with a fuel-saving automatic engine start-stop system. Take your foot off the brake, and it automatically restarts. It's a fairly unobtrusive system, and if it really annoys you, you can turn it off. The 10-speed transmission, I've been driving this truck for about 5 days now in a lot of different conditions. Highway, city, haven't noticed any hiccups, seems to be pretty smooth.
There are dual radiator shutters. Ford claims a mechanical engine-driven fan improves high temperature and high altitude performance over the electric fans used by others.
In addition to great low-end torque, diesels are of course known for better fuel economy, and this one is no different. However, I'm not sure that the financial proposition works out.
The Power Stroke diesel is $3,000 to $4,000 more than the 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6. I averaged 23 miles per gallon. While the engine gives Ford bragging rights as the first full-sized pickup to score a 30-mile-per-gallon highway rating by the EPA, diesel fuel is often more expensive than gasoline, and then there's the cost of the AdBlue. But for towing 11,400 pounds or hauling a ton of payload, the engine is hard to beat. It's a great tool for getting hard work done. There are 7 F-150 trim levels. This Platinum model is one step down from the most luxurious Limited. It's real wood, it's real leather, it's real handy for small kids and adults. Speaking of, F-150 can be driven by anyone, even my wife who is very petite. Lower XL and XLT trims get the standard Ford Sync user interface. This upgraded Sync 3 system is especially crisp, clean, and easy to use. The touch response is snappy, and nothing is buried too far in the menu. There are just the right amount of large, hard buttons and knobs, and for smartphone owners, and who isn't, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are supported. The Platinum sure does pamper with heated and vented seats, toasty steering wheel, nice-looking trim, and a punchy Bang & Olufsen sound system that includes a CD player. Don't laugh, the sample rate on discs is much higher than streaming services. But if creature comforts are what you want, check out the top trim Rams and GMC Sierra Denali too, since there are some remnants of lesser models here. Does anybody buy the base trucks anymore? The center console is huge. You can put full-size laptops in here, and there's no shortage of places to stash tools, tablets, and snacks. Just about any device can be charged. F-150 has 3 different cab sizes and 3 bed lengths to mix and match. There's an available pull-out step. General Motors builds one into the bumper corner here.
The tailgate is dampened. I would hope so. This is the Fancy Pants Platinum model.
This is the optional bed extender, which, as you can see, keeps things contained in this position and, well, extends the bed in this position, as advertised. The available spray liner is here. There's an optional plastic drop-in liner that should help protect the aluminum bed that those Chevy ads like to poke fun of. Pun fully intended. Personally, I don't think there's an issue with this bed's durability. There are the expected power window, tie-downs, and lighting. Getting into the bed, here's a sort of trick. I actually used this step a few times while at the dump.
And if that's not handy enough, there's this. My head's cut off, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so.
Ford doesn't offer storage in the bed walls like Ram, but available plastic storage boxes mount inside the wall. They work with tonneau covers too.
The Super Crew cab here is very roomy, no doubt about it. But if you need maximum legroom, Ram 1500's largest cab offers even more legroom.
At 5'9", I don't need that kind of room, but only you can make that decision. PowerPort overkill is good if the Wi-Fi hotspot gets used a lot, since it will handle 10 devices. Heated seats, pockets, storage, it's all here. Notice how thick the seatbelts are? Airbags are built into them for extra passenger protection. The door openings are quite large, so big things can be stored safely in back, and tools fit under the seats. Well, I've covered a lot, so time for me to wrap this up and go get paint for the kitchen. Price. Base F-150s begin at $29,000. This Platinum model goes for about $67,000 as equipped. That's before incentives, and there are a lot of them in this segment. What it comes down to is this. Pickups are the most configurable vehicle you can buy, so get out there, do your research, and get the one that fits your needs. The Power Stroke diesel adds depth to the F-150 line. I have to believe that Ford will not lose its sales crown anytime soon. Before I sign off and grab more supplies, F-150 is available with automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection. I point that out because I actually saw the technology in action in downtown Seattle, where a guy in a Volvo was driving distracted and a pedestrian walked into the intersection staring intently at her phone and not her surroundings. Scared the bejesus out of both of them, and a bunch of us actually. Hopefully, they both learned something. In case you're wondering, this is how the kitchen looks at this point. Another couple weeks and it'll be done. My house is 100 years old this year and we're sprucing it up. Under the old carpet was hardwood in pretty good shape, though it took days to scrape the gummy pad residue off. Apparently, this patch covered a hole under the dining room table that housed a button to summon the help. I guess rich people built this house. Too bad rich people don't live here now, if you catch my drift.
There you go. That's my look at the 2018 Ford F-150 with the Power Stroke engine. And I will leave you with this: test drive, test drive, test drive. Because if you're not doing that, you don't know what you don't know. All right? That's Driven. I'm Tom Voelk. On the inside, not so much. This is a, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. My packing material is blowing out all over the place. Ooh.